100 ways to save money on groceries. In tiny print on every label, it will show you how much it costs per 100 ml or per 100 grams. Make sure your fridge and freezer temperatures are set properly so fresh food stays fresh and frozen food stays frozen. Welcome to Mainstream Millionaires, where we're making millionaires the new normal. I'm Ruth, and today we're on a mission to reveal 100 ways to save money on groceries. As I'm sure you've noticed, over the past few years, grocery prices have skyrocketed. It's all adding up fast, and it isn't getting any better. Both in America and Canada, a family of 4 can expect to spend anywhere between $11,000 and $18,000 on groceries every year, and those are after-tax dollars. Okay, let's have a little fun while we go through our list. I'm going to give myself a coin for savings hacks that I already do, and have a coin for something that I'm going to try or could use a little improvement on. And then secondly, if you want to be more serious and hit an actual savings goal, you need to set a measurable goal. For example, I'm going to save $50 per week. It's clear and measurable so that I can cut exactly $50 off my spending every week and make sure I follow up to know that I did. The other half of that is to know my why. So what is your actual purpose for saving? Is it so you can get out of debt, buy a house, or send your kids to college, or retire early? You get to set your financial goals and decide what works for you. But in order for you to actually get there, you need to have a clear goal. So 2 things: how much you want to save and why you want to save it. I'm going to do a mix and set a clear goal of $50 per week, as well as have some fun and counting my coins. Make sure you keep track of your coins so you can tell me how many you earned in the comments below. I'm going to give you a little teaser and tell you that number 100 is actually really hard for me. I wonder what it could be. Could it be hard for you too? Let's start with number 1, and we'll see what you think about hack number 100 when we reach the end of our mission today. So grab your favorite drink, a pen, and a notepad, and we'll dive right in. These are in no particular order, and keep in mind when I say groceries, I do include toiletries and other basic household items that I would buy at the grocery store as well. Okay, so here they are: 100 ways to help you save money on groceries. 1, take an inventory of your perishable items that you already have at home and make a meal plan to ensure you use up all the perishable items so they don't go to waste. I do get a coin for that. And then use that meal plan to make your shopping list that you'll actually stick to. That one's only half a coin for me because I rarely use a list that I actually stick to. Buy items in bulk, especially if they go on sale. Choose less expensive cuts of meat. And next is compare prices between items, like maybe Gala apples are cheaper this week than Granny Smith apples. You could also shop at a discount store. Not for me. I have my store and I'm sticking to it, so that's not a coin for me. Set a budget and stick to it, and buy generic or grocery store brands. And cook meals in bulk so you have some ready-made meals in the fridge or freezer, which might help you to avoid the urge to just grab a pizza on the way home. I'd say only half a coin because I try. 10, you could grow your own herbs and vegetables, and I say you because I can't grow anything. I can even kill a succulent. And next, if something will be on its way out, before you can turn it into a meal, you can consider freezing it for use later or put it into a smoothie. And of course, consider buying frozen fruits and vegetables. Make sure you're shopping with a full stomach and avoid shopping when you're in a hurry. And don't shop with kids if possible. I know for me, as cute as my munchkins are, for some reason when we're at the grocery store, it's Zach's favorite place to explore every item he can get his little paws on, and he loves to see if limes will bounce when he throws them out of the cart. My voice of reason at that point is just to get out of there. 0 coins on this one. If I physically go to a grocery store instead of getting my groceries delivered, then it's with the kiddos. You can also use cashback apps or join a loyalty program at the store. Look for sales throughout the store that might not have been in the local flyer. Oftentimes, a specific store will put something on sale if it's getting close to its expiration date. Use coupons and reduce your meat consumption. Buy items with a longer shelf life, which will help you to reduce waste. Make your own snacks or package them yourself instead of buying pre-portioned ones. For example, you're buying a big bag of chips and you're putting a few into a baggie for your lunch or your kids' lunch. Consider buying whole foods instead of pre-cut foods. You could also shop online for deals because some things online are actually cheaper than what you'd find at your local grocery store. And use reusable shopping bags and filtered water instead of bottled water. Check for weekly ads and consider them while you're making your grocery list. Make sure you eat your leftovers so you don't waste any food. You could also use a slow cooker for more economical meals, and you can buy dried beans and lentils instead of canned ones for about a quarter of the price. Use fewer convenience foods, and if you're really fancy, you could preserve your fruits and vegetables or other foods through canning. And avoid prepackaged salads as they can cost about 5 times the amount if you made the salad from scratch. Half a coin, I get them occasionally. Costco sells one with dill. Totally yummy, but it's a treat when I do get it. If you have a savings hack, whether for groceries or something else, please share it in the comments below so we can all benefit from it. Check unit prices, which means that you're comparing a price per unit. In tiny print on every label, it will show you how much it costs per 100 ml or per 100 grams or for each egg or whatever. That way you can buy which gives you the cheapest price per unit, not just the cheapest price per package. Next is buy seasonal produce and then limit impulse purchases by deciding beforehand that you're going to stick to your list or budget. Use a shopping app to track your spending along the way and buy non-perishable items in bulk. You can shop for some staples in international stores or international aisles. I have found some things even as basic as baby crackers being $1.49 in the international aisle and $4.99 in the baby aisle. And this of course leads me to the next point to say buy your spices not only in bulk but also from the international aisle or an international grocery store. I found that black pepper is about $10 for a bulk shaker in the spice aisle, or it's about $2 something for a great big bag of it in the international aisle. Also, if you buy organic, consider buying non-organic items for things with peels on them like bananas or oranges, since you don't generally eat the peel anyway. 0 coin on that. I don't actually buy organic right now, not unless it's the baby food. And purchase fruits and vegetables that are on sale or part of the less than perfect lineup. It's amazing to me that they will sell a pepper cheaper than another just because it doesn't have the perfect shape. And also compare prices between stores. Some stores allow for price matching, which means that if you find a competitor's price cheaper, your preferred store might give you a discount to match the competitor's price. And take advantage of BOGO buy one get one deals. You can try soups for a more economical meal. I get half a coin for this since I actually only do this in the winter time. If you're enjoying this video, I just ask one small favor. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're feeling extra generous. You can reduce meat portions in a meal or in recipes and use less expensive cooking oils, and consider keeping the fat from bacon to use it later in a meal. It's delicious and free. Also, choose inexpensive grains like rice and pasta and shop during off-peak hours to find sporadic sales. Reduce or cut out cheese, or if you do buy cheese, get it in bulk and shred it yourself. 0 coins, we all love cheese in my family. And consider buying day-old bread and turning it into croutons or bread pudding. Avoid buying single-serve items. And next, avoid cooking with alcohol and shop at farmers markets. 0 coins, I don't go, though I would love to add this to my routine one day. Buy generic over-the-counter medications and purchase canned goods in bulk. Choose reusable containers over disposable containers or baggies. Use a food processor to make your own baby food, and learn how to make your own sauces from scratch instead of already bottled or canned ones. Purchase snacks in larger packages and have less variety when it comes to your snacks or other non-essential items. For example, I'm going to buy 1 great big bag of Doritos instead of buying 3 or 4 smaller bags of chips and Doritos. Not only does it save on the unit price, but it also reduces the likelihood of waste. Also consider what the cost per item is, not just the unit price. For example, I can put a Joe Louis in my lunch bag that costs 50 cents per Joe Louis, or I can put 2 homemade cookies in there for about 15 cents. In 1 week, that's a savings just for me of $2.45. But now you add in my husband and 2 sons, and now I'm saving almost $10 just for having cookies instead of Joe Louis. Which actually brings me to my next point of bake your baked goods instead of buying your baked goods. You can bake muffins from scratch using flour and sugar as the cheapest option, or you can buy a muffin mix and bake it yourself. Both of these options are cheaper than already buying baked muffins in the bakery section. And when you do bake, do it in big batches and freeze some of it so it's super convenient for you to grab for lunches and snacks. Buy meat in the big family packs and portion them out before you freeze them. Try a few meatless meals and it might surprise you how delicious the occasional vegetarian dish can actually be. Substitute costly ingredients with affordable ones and buy baking items like oats and flour in bulk. Determine what is actually a need versus a want to help you with your decision making. And when you're making a meal plan for the week, consider what leftovers can be used for lunches. You can learn to make your own condiments, even like salad dressings, which are super basic and easy. Consider ordering your groceries for curbside pickup or getting them delivered to help you avoid impulse buys. Coin, I should get 3 coins for this one. Repurpose your food scraps like for your garden or your pet when appropriate. Buy in-season seafood and utilize your freezer for storage. Stock up on canned fruits or vegetables and reuse glass jars for storage. Choose generic brand cleaning supplies, which leads us to the next point of make sure you buy them in bulk and get them in concentrate so you can add water yourself. You can also repurpose old clothing for cleaning rags, buy baby products in bulk, or your formula in powdered form. You could also choose cloth diapers if you're so brave. 000, not for me. Make meals with 5 items or less to save on ingredients and use leftovers creatively. For example, if you do tacos one night, you might make chili dogs the next night or turn it into spaghetti sauce for a little extra flavor. Use cleaning cloths instead of paper towels to reduce waste and consider whether higher quality cleaning products are worth the money if it can ultimately help you save. For example, some cleaners are amazing at getting stains out of clothes, like the OxiClean powder, while others not so much. You can try making your own bath or body products and consider reusable razors instead of disposable ones. You can also shop at a cheaper grocery store. A lot of grocery store chains will actually sell the same brands, but with different prices on them from store to store. For example, the Superstore is from the same chain as No Frills, but most of the time, No Frills will sell the same items for a cheaper price. Buy your soaps in bulk and put a pump on them to help you reduce consumption. Coin, I actually do this. Have you seen the size of Costco shampoos? Have your friend pick up a couple of necessities for you to avoid the extra trip to the grocery store and pay them back, of course. And when hosting a dinner, have friends and family contribute to the meal by making it a potluck. I love this one so much. This is definitely a coin for me. It's so much easier and way more fun this way. And consider reducing alcohol consumption. Try cutting out expensive options or limit yourself to buying them only once a month. That way you can still enjoy things that you love, but if you run out, you'll just enjoy it more the next time you get it. They do say absence makes your heart grow fonder, and I found that works for cheesecake too. Also consider what cashback options you have on your credit card. Between my Costco MasterCard and executive membership, I earned almost $1,000 last year. I say this with caution because this only works if you pay it off every month and don't carry a balance, because the interest you would pay far exceeds any rewards you would earn. For example, if you earn 3% cash back on your groceries but pay 20% in interest, your interest far exceeds your cash back rewards. You can limit the number of beverages or cut them out altogether, and consider reducing your shopping trips. So if you're used to going once a week, try going every week and a half or 2 weeks. It will force you to use what you already have, or you might just go without an item for a couple of days. Look for items on the clearance racks, which I have found there's often one located in the produce section for fruits and veggies, one in the bakery section for breads, and a rack that is like a bunch of random household or hygiene items, sometimes near the front of the store, and other times I found it at the back of the store. Sometimes you can find clearance items in the meat section or dairy section that might even have a 30% off sticker on them or something like that. Make sure your fridge and freezer temperatures are set properly properly so fresh food stays fresh and frozen food stays frozen without getting freezer burn. And a fun one, have a leftover night or lunch tradition. For example, let's say every Monday night you don't have to cook. The family eats a mix of leftovers from the weekend or the previous week, and that way none of it goes to waste and you get a break. And of course, not all of these tips will apply to every situation, so choose the ones that work best for your lifestyle and goals. And to help you decide what things you'll implement, remember to keep in mind your goal of how much you want to save and why you want to save it. And keep in mind that you pay for convenience. So you need to ask yourself, what is the cost of having stuff already portioned, sliced, washed, cooked, or already done for you? And is it worth it to you? You might decide it is worth your time to invest preparing foods from scratch, or you might opt for the more convenient approach of having meals already done for you. I'm guessing for most of us, it's a balance between the two, since we all seem to have ridiculously busy lives, but we're trying our best to get ahead and care for our families in the best way we can. And here it is, item 100. Can you guess what it is? Dessert! You could limit your portions or have it less frequently. I'm gonna let you decide on that. For me, I have a sweet tooth, so it's 0 coins. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more personal finance and investment videos. Until next time.